Slick Wash is specially designed for power sport and motorsport vehicles that encounter heavy dirt and mud, and formulated to clean surfaces without stripping the lubrication from bearings or pivot points. Slick Wash is a biodegradable, non-corrosive cleaning solution designed specifically to remove heavy dirt and mud from surfaces. Each bottle contains 32 ounces of super concentrated liquid solution, which can easily be mixed with water to make up 4 gallons of wash. Each bottle of Slick Wash is made and packaged in the USA. Slick Wash is a non-corrosive formula, making it safe for use on paint, plastic, and metal surfaces, and easily rinses away without leaving a sticky residue. Using Slick Wash is a quick and easy 3-step process. Begin by mixing 8 ounces of concentrate with 1 gallon of water. Using a pump sprayer applicator saves time when applying and also reduces waste. Apply Slick Wash to the entire vehicle, saturating any dirty or muddy areas, and agitate using the Slick Scrub brush. For best results, keep it moist and let it soak for 3 to 5 minutes. Rinse the vehicle with water using a pressurized nozzle and dry with a slick microfiber towel. Slick Wash always offers a safe and easy cleaning experience for powersport and motorsport vehicles. If you have any questions about our Slick Wash, please refer to the support tab on our website where you can easily contact the Slick team.
Because I'm learning that a lot of my neighbors like to walk around their apartments naked. So. Switch.
Introducing a whole new form of racing to the best online racing simulation in the world. This is Dirt Racing on iRacing.com. Race online at some of America's most legendary dirt tracks, including Eldora and Williams Grove. iRacing is the premier online racing game featuring NASCAR, IndyCar, sports cars, and now World of Outlaws, the leading sanctioning body for dirt racing. iRacing is easy to use and features a centralized ranking system to make sure you have the best experience at any skill level. With a massive inventory of high-precision laser scan tracks and cars with an unmatched dedication to quality and detail, iRacing gives you the most authentic online racing experience available. Thanks to iRacing's dynamic track system, developed specifically for dirt racing, tracks change over the course of a race, just like your favorite dirt track on a Friday or Saturday night. From a slick racing groove all the way up to the cushion, iRacing's dirt tracks deliver non-stop racing action. Partnered with the World of Outlaws, iRacing is your source for the most authentic dirt racing experience available, featuring 4 brand new tracks and 11 new cars, including street stocks, Legends cars, late models, NASCAR trucks, winged and non-winged sprint cars, with much more on the way. Join the Dirt Revolution on iRacing.com and start slinging mud today.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here for another edition of the TI Racing League, the Arca series here. Season number 4, the Bullydog Coffee Company sponsoring here, bringing us to the Dover International Speedway in Dover, Delaware. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in out there on the stream here, working with the bot side of things, so always something to kind of look at as we roll through the evening. We're going to do a giveaway in the chat here tonight via the chat bot, so we'll get that going here, and you guys can enter all evening long as we continue through the race. But Eric Tupper alongside here, Ron Piles, bringing you guys all the action here tonight, and Tupper full house here once again, and it's looked somewhat like a roller derby so far here in practice.
Yeah, I think they're just getting out pre-race jitters and, you know, just calming the nerves and having a little fun before they get down to business here and run this 100-lapper.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Like I said, seems to be quite an interesting way as drivers get things dialed in here. The Munster Mile, as we call Dover, Delaware here. And it's quite the way to go. And Bocaro is out there in the chat already as he's saying that Jason Hellenshaw will win this with 6 laps led. So we'll see how that plays out for him. I'm sure it's probably going to be interesting trying to get the chat bot to shut up. I think he's spotting off on Twitch or something, so Facebook's not quite getting all the rigmarole that's going around over here. So, but in other words, kind of a fun look at the way things are going here so far, and saw about 29 drivers total that have been to the track. How many do we currently have registered up?
Give me 1 second. My last count was 29, so we'll see what we got here.
So that's what I'm seeing is 29. We'll see what the count is so far. But raffle is open, and should be able to type exclamation point enter in chat to enter the giveaway. We also have a caution poll going. Then you can type in exclamation point vote, and then depends on which number you want there. I'm going to type in what the options are here real quick. Alright, close this and open it, it might tell you.
Things here. One thing I just wanted to mention, I hope this is a good time to do it. We have a special guest in the house today. Somewhat pro, somewhat amateur, Arca truck driver. Goes by the name of Brayton Laster. He's in the number 103 car today.
that will be interesting to see how that goes. So, yeah, Braden also just tuned into the chat there. Patrick out there now just tuning in as well. Thanks, Patrick. Patrick said it looks to be called. Hang on, let me look and see what you're referring to here.
That is so interesting. Landon Durholt, Ryan Whitaker having a little fun. They're literally inside each other.
Oh boy.
I think they came out of the pits at the same time and stayed together, and they're literally in each other's car. It's kind of interesting to see at the moment.
Thank you. Trying to figure out how to turn something off. We'll see. So Bokura needs a good run here. Yeah, Bokura needs a good run here, and not anything. But without further ado, we'll take a couple look at a couple things here, and as we move through the race, I'll work on some other stuff in the background. But coming into tonight here, the team standings, TI Racing. Oh, hang on 1 second. That is not proper. Give me 1 second. We'll get that straightened out. I have a couple things I need to work out real quick to make sure that they're right. And that won't take very long to do. Just haven't put them in their proper places, if that makes sense. And unfortunately, it doesn't use them when I save them in the proper spot. It just ends up looking at them and looking at me like I'm kind of stupid, and which kind of, sometimes you get into that. So we're gonna make sure we get all the right information out there to everybody, and we'll do so here in just a moment. All right, so back to team standings. Still hasn't changed, so that's kind of interesting. So looking at, I know I got flipped. I think TI Racing is on top of the board. I'm gonna take a look in Discord to make sure that's right before I go through the whole spiel here.
I'll touch on a few race notes while you're doing that. We can see these guys run anywhere between 30 and 33 laps tonight for a fuel run. Average lap time is in the 23.5s bracket. The pitting first gives you a slight advantage, although it is really hard to get on pit road. The last race, they went 81 laps green before the first caution. That's quite impressive. Couple new.
I got it right here. Top. Do you want to save some of this for in a little bit?
Okay.
Alrighty, so as far as team standings coming in tonight, TI Racing does have 87 points. STC Racing has moved to second with 85 points. No AJS Racing has moved to third with 75 points. Rhino Blaster Racing is in fourth now with 65 points. CTF Brigade with 61 points in the top five. Sixth is Mimsy Motorsports with 26 points. Showtime Racing goes to seventh with 24 points. Team Meat Sleep Race with 22 points in eighth. Dadbod Racing with 13 points in ninth, and BS Racing goes to position number 10 with 4 points. That's coming into tonight's racing action, or today's racing action at the Munster Mile. And we're looking at driver standings here today. Coming in is Randy Cornwell with 50 points with your points lead. Alex Bryson with 48 points in second. Trenton Sneed with 46 points in third. David String with 43 points in fourth. Stephen Miles with 43 points. So a tie between fourth and fifth there. And that'll be our top five. Sixth is Landon Durholt with 36 points, tied with Ryan Whitaker, 36 apiece. Bo Caro with 35 points in eighth. Lee Campbell with 31 in ninth. Sean Lester with 28 points in 10th. Dalton Wilson with 24 points in 11th. Jeff Price in 12th. And let's see. Got a couple of things coming to the chat that I'll have to take care of in a minute because I don't know. Some spam that needs to disappear. It should take it out. We'll see if it continues. Alrighty, so Lee Campbell in ninth with 31 points. Sean Lester with 28 points in 10th. 11th, Dalton Wilson with 24 points. Jeff Price with 23 points in 12th. Stephen Monick with 23 points in 12th. In 12th. Stephen Monick with 23 points in 13th. Don't get confused because he doesn't have 23 points, but it can happen. Chris Scala with 18 points in 14th. Brad Youngman with 17 points, tied with Andrew Beach. Aaron Bieber with 16 points in 17th. Juan Matee with 14 points in 18th. And 19th and 20th all tied. That's Brian Wright and Denver Turgeson as well. As we look at the Rookie of the Year statistics coming in tonight, we've lost a couple drivers due to not being involved in the last race that we had here with the TI Racing League. Randy Cornwell with 49 points. David Stingle with 41 points. Lee Campbell with 30 points in 3rd. Jeff Price with 23 points in 4th. Brad Youngman with 17 points in 5th. Juan Matee with 14 points, as well as Brian Wright for 6th and 7th. Denver Turgeson with 13 points. William Eads with 4 points in 9th. Joshua Braley with 3 points in 10th. And Rick Ward as your final Rookie of the Year. As we roll through, those can still dwindle down. Looking at the TI fan favorites, on top of the board, Chris Lewis with 10 votes, Bill Caro with 9, Trenton Sneed with 7, Stephen Miles has 3, Alex Bryson with 2, Dalton Wilson with 1, Landon Durrell with 1, Stephen Monick with 1, and me, myself, and I with 1 as well, wherever that came from. I appreciate it, and thank you very much for including me in the vote. And don't let our beloved Eric Tupper feel left out here in the fan favorite as well. But, I'm going to have to put that one in there. But I want to thank everybody for their votes so far. And these are not currently including what's been put in tonight. This is just coming into this evening's event, or this afternoon's event here with the Bullydog Coffee Company TI Racing League Arca Series, season number 4 at the Dover, Delaware Speedway.
I don't know how much of a fan favorite I'm going to be is after my little outburst last week. I want to apologize about that. Had a little trouble with one of my children. He's about 10 years old. He'll be 11 here in about a couple months. But you know how we all were at that age. But again, I do apologize about that, and I will try to make sure my mic is muted if that does happen again. But I've had a little talk with him, and hopefully we don't have to go through that again.
Without further ado, we're going to step aside for the national anthem. We'll be right back with your full field rundown after qualifying. Welcome back live to the Dover, Delaware. We're at Dover International Speedway or Raceway, and looking at qualifying action. Tup, if you want to give us a rundown of how they currently stack up.
So far, we've got 19 drivers that taken time. I got Landon Durhold on the screen. Looks like he's warming up the tires to get out there, set a time down. But so far on the top of the board, we got Jason Hounshell with a 23.452. Trent Sneed with a 23.485. Alex Brisson in 3rd with a 23.488. Lee Campbell in 4th with a 23.489. Chris Lewis, 23.496 in 5th. Jeremiah Bjork with a 23.506 in 6th. Sean Lester with a 23.529 in 7th. Ryan Whitaker 8th with a 23.538. And as I say that, he drops to 9th. And Kyle Ethier jumps to the top of the board with a 23.357. Quick time for Kyle Ethier. Going back down the list here. Stephen Miles sits 9th with a 23.619. Bo Caro, Steve Miles jumps back to 10th, as I believe it was rookie driver Lee Campbell jumps to the 5th position with a 23.489. Yes, I do believe that is correct. But sitting 12th is rookie driver Jeff Price with a 23.652. Dalton Wilson 13th with a 23.653. Randy Cornwell, rookie driver, 23.671. And 14th, Dominic Russo rounding out your top 15 with a 23.708. Interesting to see where Brayton Laster can put a time down, as I don't believe he's been out on the track as of yet. But it'll be interesting to see where he can set a time, and I wonder if these cars are any different handling in the sim compared to how they handle in real life. It'd be interesting to hear from a driver that has actually driven these cars and see what their opinion is. But
So we can
Nicholas,
make that happen right now if you really wanted to ask some questions. See Brayton Laster down there with the CTF brigade.
yeah, well, I'd like to let him get his laps in here before we officially bother him. Zooey touches the wall coming out of turn 4 on his first lap. That's not gonna help him any.
No, he's got a pretty sharp looking ride out there. I do know that from what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, it is pretty sharp. That hot pink and yellow definitely pops.
Nice and bright and very easy to see.
About half.
103 car, it looks like.
Yep, 103. But we're about a little over halfway through qualifying, and Kyle Ethier still on top. Like Jace LaForte comes in 21st position, 23.862. Joshua Braley 22nd, 24.079. William Eads with a 24.174. Melnick with a 24.206, and Bill Hars with a 24.216. What about 3.5 minutes to go? We still got a handful of drivers that haven't taken time yet. Looks like we might have had a couple late entries. I got 30 total, so I think one more came in since our last official count, Ron.
Yeah, definitely good to see the drivers coming in and putting laps down. Probably take a moment to talk to Brayton Laster looking here. Welcome Jessica Farley back to the stream, and Nicole Melnick rooting on Steven here tonight. Let's see. I'm gonna browse in third here. We got things kind of narrowed down here. We'll see how this plays out. Patrick out there saying, we all know driver names, you know our names, but we don't all know your names. You talk about myself and Eric Tupper. I mean, we use our real names. We're not hiding behind any pet peeves out here. Welcome Jason Hounshaw to the stream on Facebook.
As Popeye would say, I am's who I am's.
Not wrong. Let's see. People all 69 on Twitch over there.
You're gonna have to excuse me for a moment, Ron. I'm gonna need to go get a drink.
You're fine. Yeah, that's a very essential part of the broadcasting community here, to have a nice cold beverage at the side here, ready to rock and roll. Let's see. For a couple different things here. I hope everybody's had a good couple days to start off their week here. There's about 1 minute and 13 seconds left of qualifying. Just kind of looking through here, trying to... There we go. there. Just laughing at a couple things going on around here. Hope y'all are having a good time, and hopefully this will fix some of the issues we're having here. So I'm working on a couple of things in the background. Just trying to help interact with everybody. And remember, guys, it'll pop up here in a little bit. You can type in !enter, and it'll enter you in the drawing here for our Bullydog Coffee Company giveaway from Hardy Sports TV here this evening. Looking here to see on top of the board right now, Kyle Ethier's qualifying comes to a close.
What is that, like maybe 2 quick times, 3 quick times this season for Ethier?
That's
I know he's been up there. Be something I'd be interested in seeing, some kind of a stat on to see who's got pole awards and whatnot.
Yeah, something to look forward to here in the near future is see if what I did works. Well, without further ado, I'll look at that here in a few moments.
That was not me, if that anybody heard that. My wife just walked up behind me and she just held her chest and belched, and I would I hope anybody didn't hear that.
Alright, look and see, it's not showing me any entries, but there could be different. We'll go ahead and get on through our lineup for today's race here. Starting good rolling as the drivers working to work their way off of pit road. Doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube to enter the giveaway. We did fix that bot. I did have that command set up here. I believe Saturday or Friday I was working on it, and we did get that changed. You see all the drivers down here on pit road getting ready to leave for today's race, so will be quite interesting here. So we're gonna get the starting grid going here. Alright, starting position number 1 on the pole will be Kyle Ethier in the 8. To his outside, Jason Hellenshaw in the 00 will start P2. Trenton Sneed will start in position number 3. Starting to his outside in the 4th spot, Alex Bryson in the 38. And starting inside of row number 3 is Lee Campbell in the 14. To his outside, Chris Lewis in the 111 will start P6. Starting inside of row number 4 in the 7th spot is Jeremiah Burke in the 753. To his outside, Landon Durhold in the 94 will start in position number 8. Starting inside of row number 5 is Sean Lester in the 31. To his outside, Ryan Whitaker in the 03 will start in position number 10. Starting inside of row number 6 is the 24 of Stephen Miles in 11th, and to his outside, starting P12 will be Bo Caro in the number 4. Drivers working their way around here under pace speed. Starting inside of row number 7 is Jeff Price in the 39. To his outside, Dalton Wilson in the 88 will start P14. 15th, Randy Cornwell in the 122. To his outside, 16th, Dominic Russo in the 63. Nicholas Riccio in 17th and 36. To his outside, Dallas Childers in the 10 will start in P18. Rick Ward in the 43 will start P19. 20th is Andy Sweater in the 34. As we roll through here, green flag going to come out here very quick for the drivers here to get up to speed. And Alex Bryson will be your race leader off into turns 1 and 2 on lap number 1. Everybody giving each other space here, and our first caution flag going to come out involving Dallas Childers, it looks like.
Like a rough go already for these guys, unfortunately. But concrete being a different surface, I'm sure these guys are a little rusty, because not a lot of these tracks are concrete, so a little different texture to take off on. So
yeah, Dallas Childers having some contact there with, I believe that was the 34 of Anthony Q-Sweater, and that's going to unfortunately send him around.
Oh, good job staying out of them. Not a whole lot of damage on these cars for this caution. Everybody able to find that left foot pedal to be able to get these cars wound up and not cause a lot of damage to their rides.
Yeah, it seemed like a very minor incident. I didn't realize that one was still in there. I'll take that one out.
I have to say, I do like the way Trenton Sneed's car looks this week, Ron. I don't know, something about the color scheme with that green fluorescent number that's just like chrome. It pops on the side. It's just I like it. It's very clean. I like it a lot. Let me see. Go ahead.
I say you got a really clean car. I like the way it looks too. It's not too far out there. Sometimes you can really over design a race car here in the sim.
Oh yeah, but we see Kyle Ethier up there in a third different paint scheme of Dale Jr.'s. He must like them Dale Jr. cars, but 1 week he was the white and red, 1 week he was the black and white, and then this week he's the all red. So different paint schemes for Kyle Ethier. Hopefully maybe it would change his luck for him. He had a decent run last week, but these guys getting repacked and ready for this green flag.
Yeah, the lights should be going down on the iRacing.com official pace car here in just a moment. There's P-ball out there, so we should throw out the 34. Unfortunately, some things happen in a small amount of time there, and not really give us a whole lot of time to figure out there. What we want to do with these drivers is we work through events, so admins will have to take a look at that, make sure that they're good with what was going on, and hopefully everything goes well for them in that part.
Yeah, and then with this being a 1 mile track, you know, admins might need a lap or two extra to be able to make a determination on what actually happened there.
Yeah, so we'll see how long it takes them to get this figured out here for this caution. I think should be going back green, I believe, this time, Tuck.
Yeah, I do believe the lights are out on the pace car. Pace car is off turn 4. We are coming to the green flag. Kyle Ethier's waiting patiently to get to that starting zone, and he is on the loud pedal. We are green at Dover.
Yeah, Kyle Ethier's number 8. Budweiser Chevrolet quick to jump to the point here on lap 5 of 100. So 95 laps remain. We'll have to keep an eye out, make sure everything is good here. Looks like Doug Billhars may have had an incident. Maybe he just got slowed down enough there to cause that timer to trip in my my little counter down here, but everybody seems to be fine here. Is Jason Henschel, Trenton Sneed, everybody working down the back straightaway. That is your top 3. Alex Bryson right now in 4th. Lee Campbell in the 5th spot. A lot of racing here to go. Lap 6 of 100. And let's see how this plays out here for the drivers as they make their way around. Got a battle right now. The 94 Landon Durhold, I believe, working to the inside of the 753 of Jeremiah Burke. Burke hanging on to the outside line there over Landon Durhold. Durhold gets a good run here off into the corner. We'll see if he's able to take that spot away from. Looks like he's able to clear him here off the corner, and he will, as Landon Durhold will hang on to P7.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to these cameras, Ron.
It's a big change up with it. They're nice to have.
Yeah, I was trying to find Landon Durhold on the field or on the track there, but these guys, for the most part, single file, running a couple different lines, except it looks like, the 14 of Lee Campbell was taking a peek to the inside of the 38 of Alex Brisson. But Alex Brisson getting a good run off that high side. Now looking to the top side of Trenton Sneed as they come out of turn 4 down the front straightaway.
Yeah, looking to see a couple things going on here. Looks like Dalton Wilson having a good battle with Jeff Price back there in position 14. Those guys back here trying to get settled in, and get settled in for the long run here. There's a little bit of a battle going on behind Dalton Wilson. Looks like Nicholas Euricio may be coming under fire from the DuPont 63 of Dominic Russo. Russo, he's under fire from the W-sponsored MZ Motorsports ride, the number 9 of Jace Lefort, is Jace Lefort, looking like he's kind of picking up a little speed here as well.
Yeah, Ryan Whitaker looking to the inside of Chris Lewis as he gets by him coming down the back straightaway. Now the 24 miles looking to the inside of Chris Lewis as they come out of turn 4. Advantage the miles on the bottom. The 31 of Sean Lester got a little loose there, but he was able to save it. Good job, quick hands by Sean Lester.
And here comes Randy Cornwell on the bottom here off of turn 2, I believe it is. Down the back straightaway, and he's on the inside of Chris Lewis, is 111 Bullydog Coffee Company sponsored Chevrolet for TI Racing as they work their way through 3 and 4.
By the looks of things, it doesn't look like the top side is the place to be right now, as Chris Lewis has lost quite a few positions since the beginning of this one, falling from the 6th starting position all the way back to the 11th position. And I think he might have settled in there, Ron. I think he was able to get back down to the bottom and be able to stay with these guys.
Yeah, well, these guys are already looking to have a little bit of a rougher go at the Dover Delaware race this season, as of course, the last race, the first caution was 81 laps in. This one coming with just, I think it was like 2 laps in. It was like pretty much on the initial start. Landon holding the 94, looking to the outside of the 111 of Chris Lewis right now.
Yeah, something happened with Landon, actually. It looked like he pulled out of line and just let some people by. I don't know if there was something going on, or he just wasn't comfortable running around, or just needed a little bit of a break from being up front or what, but he fell back in behind Chris Lewis back there, and looks like everything's okay for now.
Yeah, Kyle there right now out front, your race leader. You can see the field coming off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Really wide sweeping turn. You can see the banking there. As now they're looking at turns 3 and 4 here. Comes Kyle there. He's got company. Alex Bryson and Jason Hillenshaw looking to bring him in here. We'll see if they can pull him in. It looks like they're trying to reel him in. He's not quite far away, but just far enough away. You kind of want to be a little bit closer. You see a couple of these cars. They're getting really, really loose from entry to center type.
Yeah, these cars do get loose as they get lighter, I think. And tire wear happens. I think one of the pit notes says the tire wear is really bad. So drivers got to do everything they can to hold on to these cars. But Alex Brisson up to 2nd place from your 4th starting spot. And tracking down your leader, Kyle Aethier.
Yeah, looks like the tires degrade here really, really bad. And the average lap time for practice is about a 23.5 second lap time. The fastest lap time is a 23.2 second time. And I do not see anybody right now currently knocking that time down the board here in the current racing session. And tire degrades say that they are really bad, and it's really, really bad. So Chris Lewis saying that when these tires go away, they go away pretty quick.
Yeah, so that's definitely a challenge for these drivers to be able to get around this track really fast. And then when they come up on their pits, their pit strategy or their pit window, 30 to 33 laps from what was in the notes, it's going to be really tough getting on pit road because that track surface changes from that concrete to that pavement. And like I said, a lot of these NASCAR tracks are mostly just pavement tracks, and this track surface difference is definitely a challenge. And then getting on pit road itself, the diameter or the width of the entrance is not very wide. So, but pit road being very, very long, all of the front straightaway and a little bit of turn 4 for pit stalls.
Yeah, looking here as well to go along with that. Brayton Lasker was looking to move on Andrew Beach, and Andrew Beach just drove away from him. So our VIP driver here looking very very challenged maybe at the moment. Maybe he's saving some tires. He's sitting back watching relax. He's up 6 spots though, so it's a good start. Up 7 spots now as Kai Wether looks to be maybe flashing a little bit down through the boards. There he goes again. So Kai Wether having some quality issues, so to speak. So he'll be wanting to get a technical difficulty checked out. And everybody pretty much single file right now, and a lot of notes you have to go through. But we're going to take a brief moment here under green here and talk about the Bullydog Coffee Company. We'll be back in about 36 seconds with continued racing action. Bullydog Coffee Company, available in Best Friends Blend, the medium roast, and Buddy's Roast, which is a dark roast. Both of these coffees available in whole bean, drip, pour over, espresso, French press, and Keurig. Yeah, it's just that good. Remember to use promo code GOBullydog for a 10% discount on your order.
Yeah, we got live coverage back here at Dover. Hope you enjoyed the commercial, but side by side right now for the 5th and 6th position, we got Randy Cornwell and Jason Hounshell. They seem to have sorted things out, but behind them, Durhold and the 122 of Randy Cornwell now side by side coming through turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, quite a lot of battles here on the speedway. Like Joshua Braley worked his way around Aaron Beaver there. Jeremiah Burke, we got around Dalton Wilson. Nicholas Horatio around Dominic Russo. And that's Stephen Melnick making a pass on Anthony Kieswetter. Brayton Laster got around David Stengel. So looking at Brayton Laster, he's moving forward. He's up 8 spots now, and as well as Stephen Mile also up. So, Tupper, he gets to the chat, but I read this thing of Twitch. So I start every morning by snorting a fat line of Bullydog coffee.
Oh, jeez.
Chat's getting wild.
Yeah, it's
bad enough that Chris
wild
Lewis
out
said
there.
that he got almost all the stats done because he drank a cup of Bullydog coffee, and now he going snorting it in the morning. Getting wild. Hey, keep it going, viewers.
I gotta say, the car on the move right now is 24 of Stephen Miles. He started 11th and is up to that 3rd position. Steve Miles, last season's champion, definitely knows how to get around these tracks on old tires.
Yeah, Brayton Lester also up 9 spots. He's back in the 20th position right now, and he's working his way through the field. He's just right in front of David Stengel, and Stephen Melnick are right in front of him in the number 1. But out front, still Kai Leithier in the number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet, and he is setting a pace. And tell you what, he's hanging on to it out front, keeping it strong, being very consistent. I don't believe his times are falling off, but look out, here comes Trenton Sneed. Sneed trying to run him down. It's about a second behind, but Trenton Sneed started in 3rd, currently in the 2nd spot. He's been there for the majority of the race, and tell you what, Trenton Sneed's not one to be reckoned with here. He'll be up here battling with Kyle Leithier before this one's all said and done. I'm pretty sure of it.
Oh yeah, Trent Sneed definitely good on the long run. Definitely a very talented young driver with a very sharp race car. Hopefully we can see him battle up there with Leithier for the lead.
And these drivers definitely putting things here. That Tree and Pontiac, a very, very fast car here through season 3, and definitely one to be proven here in season 4 as he's a front runner here today so far here in the early going at the Munster Mile. Alex Bryson still in the 4th spot, Landon Durhold in 5th, 6th Jason Hounshell, 7th Lee Campbell, 8th Randy Cornwell, 9th Sean Lester, and 10th Bo Caro right now running at your top 10.
Yeah, some different lines coming into play now as these tires are getting wore, about to come to pit window here, Ron, as we're just approached lap 30. And according to Chris, that these guys will run about 30 to 33 laps before they come in and come on down pit road. Be interesting to see if who gets 4 fresh good years and some race fuel.
Right on. And for those of you that have already entered in or tried to enter in the giveaway, go ahead and try to do it again here. We do have, you did have to have what we call treats involved in order to get into these. Most of you that are on Facebook and most of you on Facebook, and I believe the one on Twitch now should have enough treats to get in. You get treats just by minutes of watching. That's something we're working at. And, that exclamation point enter, it should put you into the drawing here to get you in for the Bullydog coffee that the Hardy Sports TV crew is giving away at the end of this race. And I know that there is another opportunity to get it as well through.
Trenton Sneed missed pit road and went head first into the barrels.
Not good.
Definitely not good, and that's going to be a long time on pit road for Trenton Sneed, unfortunately.
But yeah, if you putting in the treat side there, I know TI is doing a separate drawing as well, and unfortunately, a little bit of contact going on. But yeah, giving away some Bullydog coffee here. So what you need to type in, I'm gonna put it in parentheses so it doesn't think I'm typing it. But that will be what you'll need to type in to get into our drawing. It's exclamation point enter. And it should put you in our drawing, and we'll pick a winner at the end of the race after the race interviews here. Is everybody pretty much down on pit road? Pit road, a busy place, and I'm seeing a lot of tires stuff.
Yeah, 100-lap race. About, you figure they're getting 3 sets. The set they start on, this set, and one other. They'll probably run this set. I think they might run this set for 1 fuel stop and then take another set on their third fuel stop, or see how it plays out with any cautions that may happen. But right now, I got Bo Caro as your leader as he comes down pit road for his stop.
Yeah, he'll be looking to get on and off of pit road here fairly quick to see if he can hang on to it. But I'll tell you what, Landon Durhold, the 94, coming. I mean, he was in the pit road right now as well, but he was currently scored 4th. Kyle Ether 5th. See where these drivers are located on the track.
Yeah, I believe I have Dalton Wilson as your race leader at the moment. Nicholas Lauricio in 2nd.
Yeah, Landon Durhold stepping up here as he's going to go to the race lead. Kyle Ether right there in tow. Here comes Ether to the bottom. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I saw Landon Durhold get a little loose. That's going to allow the Kyle Ether to stick his nose to the inside. As he sticks his nose to the inside, he's going to go back to the race lead here after his pit stop. So Kyle Ether, no stranger to pit stops here, as he's going to make his stop, come back out, regain the race lead, retake it from Landon Durhold. Durhold will get back to P2, so this may be a tire strategy for Durhold. And I'm looking here, Durhold has pitted. Stephen Miles right now in the 3rd spot, so Miles now going to have to try to work back up to P2 here. Ryan Whitaker now in P4, Jeremiah Burt in P5. P6 right now, Randy Cornwell. Alex Bryson 7th. Jeff Price. Well, Alex Bryson now around Randy Cornwell as they're had a battle going on there. It looks like Cornwell quick to get back off of there.
Yeah, Stephen Miles was able to get around Durhold. Durhold definitely still on the original set of tires, so a little bit of pit strategy going on as Steve Miles takes over 2nd. Looks like Whitaker sitting 4th. As he's running down Durhold for 3rd, and looks like he's got fresh tires too. So looks like a lot of these guys that are getting around Durhold right now are on the freshest tires, as the 753 goes on by Durhold as well.
I'm sorry, I was checking here and on YouTube, but I have I'm not sure exactly what it's doing, but I actually have it is actually up on my end, Patrick. I'm not sure if it's maybe not sure if it's the browser you're watching, or if it's just the fact that maybe it just got named wrong for the simple fact that maybe I had to end up having to redo a stream key. But go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I was going to say, Trent Sneed is still sitting in the pits 6 laps down. So that's a big break or unfortunate break for him. But back up front, still Kyle Ether.
Kyle Ether in lap traffic, heavy lap traffic right now is the 59 of Clement Downey, and I believe that is the Dr. Pepper car. It gets in the outside wall just a little bit there. Figure out who that is here. I do know that it may be labeled a little different for the simple fact that I'll have to go back and rename it when the race is over when it stores it, because I had to, one of my stream keys didn't work. So we'll get that taken care of in a few minutes.
Stephen Melnick hard into the turn 4 wall, right in front of 2nd place driver Stephen Miles, but Stephen was able to get out of the throttle and be able to get around him without any harm, and Melnick kept going, but heavy damage to the right side of the 1 car.
Yeah, Stephen Melnick, very loyal contender here to the TI Racing crew in the Hawaiian Tropic #1. Out front, Kyle there still leads with Stephen Miles. Stephen Miles pretty close, but not quite close enough to get it done.
Yeah, I think it's still fairly early, and I mean we're almost to halfway, but still fairly early in this one. Maybe Steven just trying to save enough tires to be faster later in this run and be able to gain a little bit more advantage on Ethier through the pit cycle.
I said that I looked up, and right now Stephen Miles reeling in your race leader. And looks like the tires may be coming to call here as they work their way around the Munster Mile. Bullydog Coffee Company number 24 machine in the second spot of Stephen Miles. Ryan Whitaker in P3, not far behind him. This looks like the field here as far as your lead lap cars trying to get caught up to each other. And a few drivers are probably about, well, they're about 4.5 seconds back here from Kyle Ether. So quite a decent gap from there. But Stephen Miles right on the back door of the Budweiser Chevrolet.
Like Chris Lewis now, he was able to get by Landon Durhold for 7th. Or excuse me, for 6th, putting Landon back to 7th. So Chris Lewis having a good run so far.
Chris Lewis right now in the 7th spot.
It's like your leader's coming up on some more lap traffic here as we have looks like the 50 of Doug Bilhars and the 00 Jason Hounschel as they're being put laps down by your race leader. Bilhars goes high to give Ether the room on the bottom, almost comes in contact with the outside wall. That allows Miles to close the door a little bit more as he's looks like he's able to get into the corner a little bit better. And Bilhars into the outside wall out of turn 2. Able to hang on to her though, and we will stay green. But
hard contact with number 50.
Oh, we got a couple cars around in turns 3 and 4. Just caught a glimpse of it as your leaders went by.
One of the rookies.
Andrew Beach involved.
Yeah. Looking at it from the high cam here, we'll see if we can get down a little closer here. It's like the 26 getting off the wall. That's Braley and Hard in the outside wall, so he bounced a little bit. Andrew Beach getting the outside wall, and it's like Bill Hard's able to miss that one. And I believe everybody else able to get away unscathed here is the 26. Joshua Braley going to take his car to the infield pit area here to see what's going on. And I tell you what, Andrew Beach hard looked at the outside wall. I do not know if he towed or not.
I think he may have, but this started all the way back in turn 2. Joshua Braley got up against the wall and he just held it there to try to let people by. And then I think something broke and the car came off the wall and he just went down the track and dang near took out the 103 at Brayton Lester. And then just the chaos ensued.
A little wild stuff going on here, but we'll continue on here as the race continues. Drivers all making it to the pit road. Coming making stops. We also look up here. So we got a looking at a couple rumors here. So Stephen Miles approached by SDC Racing looking for a Season 5 show with them, and Stephen Miles did decline the offer and commits to TI Racing. So Stephen Miles being a loyal community member of TI.
This is going to throw any kind of pit strategy out the window. I'm wondering who may have come in just topped off and how this is going to shake up the front few. But looks like Kyle Ethier still out there. I don't know if we've gotten all the way around for pit stops. Yeah, he's already, looks like he may have already pitted. We got to.
Remember, guys, we just have the fan vote going on, so if you have not put your fan vote in, or fan favorite vote in, please do so.
Yeah. Looks like
So a couple notes here this evening that as far as some career stats, looks like Stephen Melnick has his 25th career start, as well as Sean Lester with his 20th career start today, and Dallas Childers with his 20th career start, and Andrew Beach with his 10th career start. So congrats to them on sticking with the TI Racing League, and especially here in the Arca Series, getting that taken care of. And remember, guys, I want to thank the Bullydog Coffee Company and Patrick Buller out there for sponsoring this season. And remember, go Bullydog for the promo code to get 10% off your order at bullydogcoffeecompany.com. And Tup, a turn of events potentially happening on the Speedway here. I do believe, from what I'm seeing, we have quite a few drivers going to receive a waiver round to get their laps back, but if what I'm seeing is correct here across the line, Brayton Laster is our new leader.
Yeah, he stayed out during this caution when everybody else pit, and 29th to first. I mean, if you're going to do it, that's one way to do it, but he did say he's going to see how the car feels, and if it's not comfortable for him, if he feels like he's just going to get run over, he's going to pull low and let everybody by and get back in line and try to race his way back through. But definitely taking a chance here to see how the car will compare, because I do believe a lot of these guys just took fuel, so it'd be interesting to see how he does.
Alrighty, so people 69 out there asking how to fan vote. So how to fan vote is Chris Lewis is going through the chats on Facebook and pretty much pulling the names that he sees in the chat there. Apologize to him that my chat bot kind of went kind of a little AP earlier, and might make this a little difficult for him to find some names, but driver names, anybody involved with the TI Racing League, could be Chris Lewis, could be even Patrick as well. But greeting, back to getting here. So type in your favorite driver's name. You can only vote once per stream. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and get that vote in here, and Chris Lewis will come count it later on Facebook. So Brayton Laster holding off Kyle Ether right now for the race lead. And looking at this, and Tup, I gotta believe what I'm reading here after Jeff Price's incident here. We'll look at that in just a moment. Actually, I'll go and look at that real quick. But Jeff Price and Dalton Wilson involved here. Caution flag back out once again.
Yeah, unfortunately, they say cautions breed cautions, and look like one driver just getting a little.
With the 39, Jeff Price with Chris Lewis involved, and unfortunately a couple drivers involved here. Everybody else looks like they're able to hang on to it. Good saves for most of these guys, as it looks like another driver having some issues. That's going to be Dalton Wilson pulling to the inside of the front straightaway, and he's going to have his car towed to his pit box.
Yeah, unfortunate turn of events for that driver, as he was just trying to stay up and out of the way, and took heavy right front damage. It looked like that tire was really cambered in on that right front. So getting towed to the pits, unfortunately for Dalton, but hopefully he can get it fixed and get back out there.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get that fixed and get back out there. As you said, it's going to be quite a road to go yet, as he looks like working at 55 of 100. And I want to thank Chris Lewis for having us aboard. I want to thank Patrick once again. Without him, I don't believe we would be here. I'm sure Chris would have found a way to get us here, but Patrick made it that much easier for him to go, hey guys, this is what we're doing. So Brayton Laster going to continue to be your race leader over Kyle Ether, Stephen Miles, Jeremiah Burt, Ryan Whitaker, your top five. And I'll tell you what, Tup, I don't know if I would want to be where Brayton Laster is, but at the same point, I would, because a little bit of league history here. One previous race, Kyle Ether dominated until the first and only caution before Landon Durhold took the lead and would keep Alex Bryson behind him. So it looks like Kyle Ether maybe in a catbird seat to potentially win this. Maybe a little throw rehearsal for him to come from second back to the lead at the end of this one.
It could be, man. He's definitely been fast here so far today, leading most of this race so far. I do believe he's got the most laps led. pretty much uncontested. Unfortunately, a couple other people led some laps there during that first set of pit stops, and Brayton here leading now. So, but I do believe Ether has a very good chance at definitely winning this one today. He looks very, very strong.
Yeah, Ether looks strong. We got Stephen Miles having a really strong run. A little statistic here. See, looking at the quickest time of the race here. And right now it looks like Stephen Miles. I'll go down my list, and that's going to get knocked down by Landon Durhold, who gets knocked down by Chris Lewis. So quite a few very fast drivers here. And I'm seeing right now as Chris Lewis, the fastest lap of the race, is like a 23.5 second lap time.
Let's see if that holds up till the end of the race, because you know how things get hot later on in the race, and everybody starts driving a little bit harder. So definitely be interesting to see if Chris can hold on to the quick time for the race award. I don't know if that's an actual award, but definitely something to have a little bit of bragging rights about. Yeah, I was the fastest car on the track for one lap.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of things going on here, but yeah, Chris Lewis having the fastest time so far that I'd seen, so still quite an interesting race yet to go, as I believe lights go down on the iRacing.com for space car this time by.
In fact, do shut off as the cars are getting back double file.
So we'll go side by side one more time here on this restart. I believe we've covered pretty much all the notes here for the evening, except for one deal here, or two actually, with Alex Bryson becoming the all-time win leader in the TI Arca League, and we have two penalties from last week that we'll cover in just a little bit. See if I can go delete this comment that got posted, because I don't know where it came from.
Eat your bed, yeah. Sit in your bed. Good bed. You want to stay in? Go eat your bed.
Oh, it's gone.
Go eat your bed.
We are back to green as Brayton back on the loud pedal going down into turn one. We'll see how long he can hold off the 8 of Kyle Ethier. Steve Miles tried to look to the inside as a 753 of Jeremiah Bjork looking to the outside of Miles for the third position. Alex Brisson touches the outside wall coming down the back straightaway, able to keep it rolling. Ryan Whitaker now looks to his inside as Brisson makes a strong move back to the outside as we are 3 wide behind him. Ooh, Russo getting a little touch there from the 9, and they are all stacking up but able to keep going, Ron.
Yeah, Jason Lifford trying to stick his nose in the middle of it, and man, I tell you what, racing's getting wild here. Lap 61 of 100, still got a ways to go, and man, I just saw Jason Lifford, I think, stick his nose in a position that it probably shouldn't have been, and we got a car, that's Jason Lifford going around, Chris Lewis is involved, and we got a couple of Mimsy Motorsports drivers getting together. The 97 of Aaron Beaver going to be involved as well, and I believe Anthony Kieswetter involved. So caution flags flagging here once again as we roll through the event. Here we're going to take a look at what initiated this. This is going to be off of Jace Leffert's number 9 machine, one of the Mimsy Motorsports drivers with the W. I forget exactly what W was. It was like a.
Wasn't it an energy drink?
Like a supplement. Yeah.
Like a powder?
Yes, a supplement powder. There's a 10% discount if you use code MIMSY for that, so help them plug that. But we'll take a look here at the caution on the speedway, and we saw a little bit of it unfold as we look at the 9 of Jace Leffert. Is this all unfolded here right off the rear bumper of the 111 of Chris Lewis? And you see it, big hard contact as Lewis comes off the wall, and unfortunately Leffert back up into his teammate and. Tied a couple other teammates involved in this, as well as Aaron Beaver. And Stephen Melnick, fantastic job getting that number 1 Hawaiian Tropic Chevy Impala stopped to avoid contact, and been quite the interesting go here. So, I've lost track of how many cautions I've had. So,
I think this is like number 5.
so I know it's up there. So if we anybody voted for number 5 or 5+, we're gonna go ahead and end that poll. I don't know if the poll actually posted, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit one for number 5. It says there were no votes, so we'll draw that to an end. And
Brayton Laster did come down that time in pit. Fortunately, he's all the way back to the 17th position now. And we can't see if he can work his way back up with 37 laps to go. While Ethier regains the race lead. Jeremiah Burke in second, Stephen Miles third, Ryan Whitaker fourth, Alex Brisson rounding out your top 5. Dominic Russo up from 16th to 6th. Randy Cornwell 15th to 7th rookie driver. It looks like he's the top rookie driver in the race as of right now. Bo Caro in 8th. Jeff Price, rookie driver, in 9th. Nicholas Aricio in 10th. Sean Lester, Aaron Beaver, Landon Durhold, Lee Campbell, and David Stengel rounding out your top 15.
Top 15, 16th right now, Jay Sleffert. 17th is Aaron Beaver. 18th, Anthony Cuswetter. 19th, Chris Lewis. 20th, Jason Helschel. 21st, Stephen Melnick. 22nd, Dallas Childers. 23rd, Joshua Braley. 24th, Rick Ward. 25th, Doug Billhorst. 26th, Dalton Wilson. 27th, Andrew Beach. 28th is Clement Downing. 29th is Trenton Steen. Running out your 30-car field here right now is William Eads.
Fortunately, Trenton Sneed had hard impact to that entrance to pit road. Looks like he may be out for this one as he is 29 laps down.
It's kind of a little overlay there for you guys to see there. Wasn't sure how that was going to work, but cool. So that little window was meant to be seen. The brief moment that it was there. Those drivers look to be getting ready to go back to green here. What's up? We haven't done this yet, but we're going to crank it up on the restart here.
There we go. I always did like the sound of a NASCAR.
So once we get the iRacing.com official pace car off the front stretch, we're going to crank it up here on the restart. As Kyle Ether will lead us back to green with Jeremiah Burke to his outside. And Brayton Laster back to 15th now. So we'll see how this plays out here. As the lights are down on the iRacing.com official pace car, it goes to pull to the infield. And looks like we're going to have about 46 laps remaining. And here we go. We're going to crank it up here as we go back to green. Alrighty, quite a few things going on around the field here. Kyle Ethier steps out to the race lead. Stephen Miles back to P2. P3 right now belongs to Alex Bryson. Jeremiah Burke is in 4th. Ryan Whitaker in the 5th spot in the 03. He's got company of the 122 of Randy Cornwell right behind him, trying to make a move. And Vocaro in the 4, sitting back watching out. We got the 9 of Jason Ford around on the straightaway once again. Unfortunately, that Mimsy Motorsports driver, that W sponsored number 9 Chevy Camaro, having some issues here at the Dover Downs Raceway.
Yeah, I'm going back and looking at it here. It's looks like he just hit the apron there maybe a little bit and just got a little loose coming out. No, just got a little loose coming off turn 4 and wasn't able to hold on to it and had a little unfortunate contact with the inside wall on the front straightaway.
Yeah, so unfortunate self-spin here, going to put us under caution, and I'm still back where the last incident happened, so fortunately we're going to look at that again here, and we'll take a look at Jace Leffert's solo spin here in just a moment. While I get that queued up. I do have it handy.
Wondering who is going to make it on fuel. If there's anybody that's going to try to stretch it. I know they said that it was going to be like 30 to 33 laps, but with caution laps in there, it could be a little bit longer, and some of these guys might be able to make it the distance run.
Yeah, they might. You know, very, very good hands by a couple drivers here in this video, in this replay. I tell you what, I give it to Brayton Laster there for hanging onto that car. It looked like you can see him get loose coming off the corner. He's able to avoid the contact and be able to get that car under his control. And Patrick Bowler out there said, "Shake it off." Chris Lewis, "Shake it off." And he goes, "Shake, dog, shake," in the chat. So, yeah, it's a rough go at it here at the Munster Mile, and very caution-filled. I'll tell you what, Ryan Whitaker's car looks like he's got a lot of damage to the left front top.
Yeah, I'm going to have to jump up there and look at that. I was going back to look at what you were talking about with Brayton Lester missing that accident. But you said it was Ethier, or no, Whitaker you said,
Whitaker,
right?
That was really, actually, I don't know, Whitaker is another car painted just like his sitting on pit road, and I always get those confused. Maybe it's Dalton Wilson or Dallas Childers. Dallas Childers,
I
right?
think it's Dallas Childers in the 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was looking at it from the nose, and they both are very identical, so it's one or the other.
Yeah, it's the 10, the 03, and the 30, I believe, are the numbers. Have the same or similar paint scheme.
It's unfortunate, some heavy damage on the number 10 car on pit road.
Stephen Miles takes the race lead. What happened to Ethier? Did he pit?
I would say Ether may be looking at a pit stop to try to stay along the lines of getting ready for timing the end of this race. Kyle's pretty good at doing that. We'll take a
Ethier,
look. Yeah.
Ethier went down and took 4 tires and fuel. He is inside the 30 to 33 lap window. So Ethier set and ready to rock and roll to the end of this one.
Yeah, looks like Stephen Miles and Alex Bryson, 2 of the TI Bullydog Coffee Company sponsored rides out front right now. Going to run 1 and 2 on this restart. We'll see how long they can stay up there, or if this is potentially how they will roll for the rest of the race here. Got quite a ways to go yet. Lap 70 of 100. Patrick Buller's looking up, boys. You know what to do, and I'll tell you what, these TI Racing teammates, they do know what to do. They do know how to get it done. And tell you what, if they've been running around with Stephen Miles, they definitely know how to get it done here at the Dover International Raceway.
Pace lights are off on the pace cars. We will go green next time around. Car's getting double filed back up going into turn 1 right now. Tell you what, Ron, I'm going to keep my eye on Ethier because he is sitting 8th. So, fresh tires, full of fuel, can make it to the end. He's set on go. I'm curious to see if the rest of these guys up front of him with old tires and not sure when their last actual pit stop was, how they're going to be able to make it.
Well, I know Alex Bryson probably will not. He'll need 1 more pit stop. Looks like Stephen Miles will need 1 as well. Your top 5 right now, except for Sean Lester, will need. Oh, even Sean Lester will need 1 more stop. So, the only ones that are really good, probably Aaron Beaver. We got a couple drivers throwing lap 69. We got a slew of them actually. Anywhere from 9th to 17th, and anybody that just pitted should be good to go the whole way here. Go the rest of the distance as we get back to green flag. It's going to be Steven Miles on the lap, but he's going to jump in front of teammate Alex Bryson in the 38. They're going to drive to the bottom here in turns 1 and 2. Here comes the 122, Randy Cornwell. He's not one to be counted out of this ball game, as well as Sean Lester and Bo Caro are going to get a battle here down the back straightaway off 2.
Yeah, those drivers single file out at the moment. The first double wide battle is back there for the 6th and 7th position. Looks like that's been pretty well sorted out. First double wide battle behind that was Ryan Whitaker in the W-sponsored ride. I could not catch a number on that car as they went by.
It's like the 36 and Nicholas Horatio potentially as him and Landon Durhold going to battle. Here comes the 753 and the 34. That is Jeremiah Burke and Anthony Keysweater on battle. And here comes Kyle Ether through the mixes. Ether is going to drive through the middle. He's going to go to the outside of the 753 of Jeremiah Burke. And he's going to be challenging now with Kyle Ether. Ether is now on the outside, following the 36 of Nicholas Horatio, the Mimsy Motorsports driver.
Yeah, a little correction to myself. I said that Ether was in the 8th starting position on that restart, but he was in the 17th and is already moved into the top 10 as he goes by Joshua Burke for 10th.
Yeah, a lot of action going on here. Drivers know it's go time here. 25 laps remain as they cross the stripe. Steven Miles now has company now is the 38 of Alex Bryson to slip back to P4 now as Bo Caro on the 4 is able to get by as Bryson had a terrible push off of turn 2. Here comes the 39 of Jeff Price, one of the rookies in the series. He's in the top 5 making a run, and caution flag is going to fly this one. Going to see potentially going to be, let's scroll down here quite a way. There's a lot of things going on here, so I'm not quite keeping up with. But caution flag on the speedway here at Dover National Raceway once again. And a little fun fact for everybody, I have not been to Dover International Raceway since 2001, and Tupper yet to make that trip, and looks to be Doug Bilhar, Stephen Melnick, Jace Lafort, and Rick Ward tangled up in this one.
Yeah, I think something happened. It started with Hounshell, I do believe. If got my coming out of turn 2, looks like he just tried to give the 43 a push and instead turned him, and the 9 got collected, and then the 10 of Dallas Childers, and yet another accident for the day. Melnick involved. Bunch of cars involved, bunch of good drivers involved in that one, Ron, unfortunately.
Yeah, a lot of, unfortunately, Childers escaped the dog box and found himself right back in it.
Yeah, I think he had just come back onto the racing surface to try to maybe gain some laps and catch up to maybe Doug Bilhars or Rick Ward in front of him, but yeah, unfortunately, cars getting together causing yet another caution.
Now looking at this, I believe Randy Cornwell, now your race leader, still one of those drivers that may yet have to pit, might be using these cautions to try to bring his car to the closer to the end of this race without having to make that stop. And kind of play the fuel mileage game a little bit here, and hopefully not to see how it's going to come out, because we got a lot of drivers right now I think are playing the fuel mileage game tough, and I don't know exactly. I get out there and tell you which ones they are, which ones I can probably anticipate playing the fuel mileage game, but that takes the fun out of it, because when he runs out of fuel and you're like, oh, wait a minute, we got a problem, and you know, then maybe somebody can stretch it out, maybe somebody can make it.
Definitely doable here today, so I mean, got a little over 20 laps to go. I think we've had enough caution laps now since these guys' last pit stop that would definitely put them inside their pit window. But right now, Kyle Ethier, he's up to 5th. But got a couple guys at pit. I do believe, like Steve Miles and his teammate Alex Brisson, I believe they came down pit road there and took tires. So they got about 10 lap fresher tires. Be interesting to see how this thing stacks up with, you know, drivers throughout the field on different pit strategies.
Yeah, we're about to see how it's going to play out. The different pit strategies you were talking about, you know, between 31 33 laps, most of these drivers are looking at some of the ones I was talking about, like they get back to lap 50 since the last time they pitted. Some right there on 69, 70. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. We got probably, actually that has been updated. We have like 1 or 2 drivers, unless we get a green light checker at the end of this. It kind of throws us for a loop. If we get a green from here on out, this could get kind of close.
Oh yeah, definitely some drivers trying to stretch it here, but hopefully we get all green flag here from here on out. I do believe the lights are off on the pace car, so we will see the green flag come out next time by.
Yeah, it should see the green flag. The iRacing.com for space car pace lights are down, and TI Bullydog Racing Team has a plan, and Patrick Buller says, "Let's see." So we're waiting on the TI crew to come back to the front here. It's hoping to see a potential interview from Brayton, but he's in the 9th spot right now. He's got some work to do in that number 103 car for his debut back to the TI Racing Series. So I want to thank him for a appearance here tonight, and hopefully one of many here in Season 4, as this being the first. As the lights go down, the iRacing.com for space car pulls to the pit road, and we'll be waiting for the loud pedal of Randy Corman on the 122 and the 14 of Lee Campbell. The jump to the pedal is Lee Campbell, one of the rookies, really sleeping on that restart. Wow, what a sleep there. As we get back to green here, the 03 of Ryan Whitaker in position number 2 gets a good start. He was in 3rd, going to go to P2 here. Kai Weither not wasting any time in the number 8, Budweiser Chevrolet. He's going to go to P3. Lee Campbell's going to lose another spot, falling back all the way to the 4th spot. David Stingle in the 49 looks like he's going to be settled in for the 5th spot. Here comes Landon Durhold to the outside, down the back straightaway into 3 and 4.
Yeah, Ryan Whitaker, like I said, Kyle Ethier up to that 3rd position. He does have the freshest group or set of tires up within that top 10. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys play this out and if they're able to keep Ethier behind him with 18 to go.
18 laps to go, and this time by the stripe for Randy Cornwell. Randy Cornwell in the 122 with a comfortable cushioning lead over Ryan Whitaker in the 03, who is in position at number 2. Kai Weithier in the number 8 started in position number 1, started on the pole here, currently back in position 3. David Stingle in the 49 has moved his way back up to the 4th spot. He may be moving a little bit too soon here. We'll see how hard he's pushing that car around. As David Stingle in the 49 up 22 spots, Tubb.
Wow, that's impressive. And these rookies definitely showing out here today as we got 3 of them in the top 6. Lee Campbell being 6th position right now in that 753 car, or excuse me, in the 14 car, as it looks like Jeremiah Bjork and Alex Brisson just got by him, unfortunately, and drops him back to the 8th position.
Looking here, Brayton Laster's up 20 spots. He's currently running in the 9th position right now. He's got some work to do before this one's over. 16 laps remaining. Randy Cornwell still your race leader. He's got company. Ryan Whitaker has tracked him down. Kai Weithier still running in the 3rd spot. Landon Durhold in 4th. Everybody single file through your top 5 right now. 6th is Jeremiah Birch. 7th is Alex Bryson. 8th is Lee Campbell. And Brayton Laster rolling in the number 14 of Lee Campbell. Lee Campbell trying to hang on to the 9th spot. We'll see as Brayton Laster see if he can use that experience on the real racing surface to reel in that 8th spot and potentially maybe work his way forward. As looking here, Alex Bryson, caution flag going to fly. Aaron Beaver in the 97, the Mimsy Motorsports driver having some issues here once again. Mimsy Motorsports team having a rough go at it here at the Dover International Raceway. As we pull up the Racing TV instant replay, Aaron Beaver looking to go for a ride here. Brushed the wall down the straightaway. And actually this one's going to be because the 31 is Sean Lester. Going to drift up the racetrack a little bit, make contact with the 97 Aaron Beaver, and going to send Beaver around. So, a series of unfortunate bad luck here this afternoon for the 97. And as far as Aaron Beaver goes, he's trying to get it corrected here, and the car does not want to cooperate as he gets up against the wall and able to keep the tires from getting spun here and get that car corrected. But the Mimsy Motorsports W-sponsored team having some issues taming the Monster Mile.
Whitaker somehow take over the lead?
Ryan Whitaker may be. That leader was Randy Cornwell. Cornwell last pitted. I'm going to say Cornwell was due for a pit stop. He was one of the drivers that I was not giving away. That he was probably not going to make it on fuel, and has finally made the pit stop here to make sure he can make it the distance. Now with about 14 laps to go, he's now in what we'll call go mode, and if he stays on the lead lap, which he should, he will go back to the 15th position. So he's not completely out of this one yet, but there is a lot of traffic going to be a foot in front of him that he's going to have to try and manage his way through. So I would say, if anything, Randy Cornwell will be trying to get a top 10 finish, but now Sean Lester and Anthony Kieswetter will be on the lead lap as well. So 14 Mimsy is right there, Jessica's. They've been having a rough go at it, and it's definitely one that we don't want to see. We don't like to see anybody have a struggle in a race like this, and especially a long race, because the longer the race, the longer the struggle. But they're kind of hanging in there a little bit, trying to make it happen.
For sure.
So we give them credit for that, and we appreciate them trying to put that effort in.
I'm really impressed with David Stingle, man. He's up 26 to 4th. I'm wondering if he's one of them other drivers that are trying to stretch that fuel, see if they can't make it the distance.
David Stingle, from what I'm seeing here, his last pit stop was on lap 69, so he's going to be close if we get a green-white checkered. So I wouldn't rule out some of these drivers still could potentially run out of fuel due to the last pit stop. And I think Alex Bryson will be one of the first drivers that will not go to pit road, as well as Bo Caro, Stephen Miles, Jeff Price, Jason Henschel, and Nicholas Mauricio. Those drivers all pitted on lap 77, as well as Sean Lester, Anthony Kieswetter, Aaron Beaver, and Chris Lewis now on lap 87. So we've got a few drivers that kind of getting things brought in here.
Interesting to see how much of an advantage that 10-lap fresher tires really is in this last about 10-lap dash when we go back green.
10-lap dash coming up, so roughly a 10-lap dash. We'll see if they're able to keep these things, keep these cars pointed in the right direction. Now, iRacing did update its overlays here, or I should say the textures on the speedway, and up the I don't know if you noticed, but down there on the bottom of turns 3 and 4 was actually something that the TI Racing League is not using, is the Geico restart zone.
Oh yeah, the Geico restart zone. I admin for another league that uses them, and it's definitely I think makes a nice restart zone for the drivers to have a little bit of it, like you choose from here to here, and then I feel like as soon as the drivers jump on that throttle, the green flag comes out. So if they start inside that restart zone, I believe it's automatically set to where when the leader of the race at that moment steps on the gas, the green comes out.
Once again, guys, you got getting the laps winding down here. Going to be 10 or 11 laps to go here on the restart. So if you have not put in your fan votes here on Facebook, go ahead and do so. Just a quick reminder here. And another reminder, make sure you guys are checking in at BullydogCoffeeCompany.com and using code GoBullydog here as we get an early restart here from Ryan Whitaker. A little antsy there. Not sure if that was... pretty sure it's on the leader here, so we should be good to go as Kai Weither will go to P2. But remember to use code GoBullydog on BullydogCoffeeCompany.com's website for a 10% discount on your order as Kai Weither goes to P2 with 10 laps to go. Landon Durhold in the 94 will go to P3 right now. Jeremiah Burke in P4. Caution flag for Stephen Miles.
Stephen Miles had a good run going and had some pretty fresh tires, because he had just pitted a lap or two before, or caution or two before this one. But it looks like he just got into that outside wall coming out of turn 2, scrubs the back straightaway, and when he got off it finally, it just, unfortunately, there was a driver there, and around he went.
Mauricio is 36, one of the Mimsy Motorsports drivers once again, and just saw him get tagged there just a little bit. Not sure who by incident who it might have been. We're going to go and rewind it here real quick so we can figure out just who it was. It was like the 59 of Clement Downing got him, but there was another near miss in that incident right here. And that would have been the 122 of Randy Cornwell. You see right up the track. Maybe it tagged him just a little bit, but there might be some damage on that 122 machine as well.
Yeah, tough break for last year's season champ, Stephen Miles, going around.
Yeah, it's back in the 19th position now, as I believe he's getting a tow to pit road. I'm not sure that he's able to drive. Actually, looks like he's in his box right now, or driving. He's down pit road right now, so no tow. Stephen Miles able to physically drive his car down pit road, so that's going to help him out here. So that's always a plus here.
Yeah, when you can drive your car back to pit road, it's definitely a plus because it's quicker. Oh, he missed his pit box, but able to get it back into place and is now getting work done on the number 24.
Yeah, Ryan Whitaker out there, still your race leader. Looking to see here. This thing's
I believe this, if Ryan holds this off, I believe it'll be his first win of the season. So Ryan looking for his first win. Was this season 4, right?
Yep, season 4. You're saying Ryan Whitaker's first win. Let me take a look here. I do have in my driver's standings here, Ryan Whitaker does not have a win in the Arca Series at all. So yes, this will be his first Arca Series win. So
Oh, first. Really?
Yeah.
I know he's got a bunch of podiums. He's definitely had a seat at our table a few times here in the booth or on the podium last season. So hopefully he gets that top dog spot today.
Yeah, he's definitely kind of working at it, so we'll see what happens.
He's definitely getting good position with 6 laps to go.
Here we go. That is processing on something that sounds like somebody might have potentially blew a motor here. That hit the wall there. Patrick Miller said top dog. I like that. Yeah, top dog on top of the podium. That would be the first spot. And if we were having a dog contest, we'd have the runner-up, of course. Ryan Whitaker looking to hold him off here. Gonna have 6 or 7 laps to go.
Grid looks like this right now. We got Ryan Whitaker, Kyle Ethier, Landon Durhold, Jeremiah Bjork, David Stingle, Alex Brisson, Lee Campbell, Bo Caro, Brayton Lester sitting 9th, Jeff Price rounding out your top 10, Nicholas Cerricio, Jason Hounshell, Randy Cornwell, Dominic Russo, Sean Lester, Aaron Beaver, Chris Lewis, Anthony Kerstetter, Stephen Miles, last car on the lead lap in 19th, Joshua Braley, first car lap down in 20th, and then cars behind him, laps 13 down, Jason LaForte, Stephen Melnick, 16 laps down, Rick Ward, 24 laps down, I believe he is out of the race, is Doug Billhars, Clement Downing also out of the race, Dallas Childers out of the race, Dalton Wilson 39 laps down, Andrew Beach 46, Trent Sneed and William Eads 60 and 66 laps down. But still got 19 cars on the lead lap as his lights are off, and we will be coming back to green as we come out of turn 4. Here Ryan Whitaker, Kyle Ethier, your front row, Landon Durhold sitting in 3rd, Jeremiah Bjork on the outside, row 2. We are back to green as Ryan Whitaker gets another early start. Coming out of turn 4, coming back to the green flag. Landon Durhold looking to the inside of Ethier, coming down the front straightaway, going into turn 1. See if he can't take the second position through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, looks like Landon Durhold and Kyle Ethier doing that battle here side by side. Ethier in the wall, able to keep it going. Here comes the 753 of Jeremiah Burke. He's going to stick his nose in it here and see if he can make his way around. Here comes Alex Bryson in the 38 right behind them. Alex Bryson with a strong run. Going to come right there. Almost going to be 3 wide. Here comes David Stingle. He's trying to hang on to a good run here. As here comes Alex Bryson dipping to the inside. They're going to make it 3 wide. Not this time, as now it's been 7:53 of Burke, 38 of Bryson off the left rear quarter panel with the 8 of Kyle Ethier as we work our way down the back straightaway into 3. It's going to be the 7:53 of Jeremiah Burke going to edge out for third. Here comes Kyle Ethier on the bottom. Does he have a run?
I don't know, but we do have a race for the lead. Ooh, Landon Durhold way up the track. He was looking to the outside of Ryan Whitaker going through turns 1 and 2, but he's coming back down the track and see if he can't track him down in the last 2 laps here. But we definitely got a battle for third between Ethier, Burke, and Brisson. Brisson trying to get to the front in that Bullydog sponsored number 38.
Ooh, big
1 lap,
move.
2 laps to go.
Yeah, 2 to go. Tip the green in the air. Here comes Bryson to the bottom. Him, Burke, and Ethier were going at it. Landon Durhold still trying to run down Ryan Whitaker. I don't believe it's going to happen. He's got 2 laps to get it done. Looking right now, here is Ryan Whitaker, Landon Durhold, and Alex Bryson, your top 3 right now. Here comes a potential pass here. Does it look like the 49 is Stingle going to try to put a move on Kyle Ethier? Looks like, actually, that's Stingle going to try to put a move on Burke, excuse me. As Ethier hanging on to the 4th spot as the white flag is out down the back straightaway they go. Whitaker for the final time through 3 and 4. Landon Durhold throws it down. He's trying to hold off Alex Bryson, the 38, as he will look to do so. He's going to get in the wall, but he's going to hang on to it. He's going to kind of run into the wall, but checker flag is out. Ryan Whitaker will be the alpha, and Landon Durhold will come home as the beta, and Patrick Bowler says P3 to the Omega is Alex Bryson. And that is how it's going to roll. And P-Ball69 on Twitch says, go Ryan, go. So that's his baby daddy, or her baby daddy. I don't know. I'm not sure how to take this as what P-Ball69 could be. But quite some interesting stuff going on there. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. As we're going to have our interviews with our top 3 coming up in just a moment in the BullydogCom post-race show. And in the post-race show, we'll also pick our winner for tonight's Bullydog Coffee Company giveaway from the Hardy Sports TV Broadcast Network. Here's some feedback from our clients. The work with Bullydog was done in a very professional manner. Specifically, the owner and CEO, Mr. Vlad Stafford. We talked a lot and he listened. I personally recommend Bullydog Web for your IT and web design needs. Another inquiry states, Vladimir is one of the best web designers I know. Over the years, he has helped me set up over 24 websites, of which over a dozen are still active. He is a good listener and always provides professional services above and beyond, which is expected. Another inquiry says, we at Boombox Ninjas needed a very reliable and trustworthy web hosting partner, with TinkerHost, now called Bullydog. And the ever so helpful Vlad, our business has never seen a day of downtime. It's been more than 4 years with TinkerHost, and the business has only grown. Thanks, TinkerHost. So what are you waiting for? Get with Bullydog.com today for all of your web hosting, VPS hosting, and email hosting needs. Alrighty, we're back here live. Going to talk with our 3rd place finisher here this evening. Picking up the 3rd spot, Alex Bryson for the TI Racing Crew, our Season 2 champion. Alex, congratulations, brother, picking up a 3rd place podium there and putting the Bullydog Coffee Company on in the podium here and getting an interview tonight. Congratulations on that run. Started in the 4th spot and able to better yourself 1 position here. Looks like you just kind of running out of time as the car. You look like the car was coming to you and you were coming forward. Tell us about your run.
Yeah, put tires on. Oh my gosh, there were so many cautions. I forget which caution. Under caution, I put tires on. But put tires on at the end and, just tried to run them down as quick as I could. And I think I was about a lap short from catching Ryan and Landon. Definitely would have caught Landon, but Ryan, I think, would have driven me tough. But very happy overall with where I finished and just happy overall.
It was definitely a good run for the number 38 TI Racing, Bullydog Coffee Company, Chevrolet there. Anybody like to thank, help get this podium here today at the Munster Mile?
I want to thank TI Racing, Bullydog Coffee. If you go to www.bullydogcoffee.com and use the promo code GOBullydog, you'll get, I believe it is $2 off your next purchase. I want to thank my wife and kids, especially my wife, for letting me take time and dedicating time to this and this craft that I have. And I want to thank you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast. Like I said, you guys always put an amazing broadcast on. I want to thank my teammates, Dalton, Chris Lewis, Stephen Miles, just everybody in general.
Yeah, Patrick Willer out there. Discount has been switched to 10%, but close enough. I mean, you're pretty close there. But yeah, Patrick said 10% out there on the broadcast. But yeah, congratulations, Alex. Good third place finish here for today's race, and to help you go forward here in season number 4.
Thank you both.
Alrighty, Alex picking up position number 3. I believe we're gonna go down and check in with Eric Tupper, who's caught up with the 94 of Landon Durhold here. So I can see looks like Landon may have jumped ship on us. Yeah, it appears to be that way. There's apparently something else going on, but without further ado here, we'll take a look and see if we can find
Ryan Whitaker.
Yep, looking for Ryan Whitaker here.
You know, he was saying that we put on an amazing broadcast, but we couldn't put on an amazing broadcast without these guys putting on an amazing race.
I know, that's something to hit on as well, but I don't even see Ryan in here, so these drivers skipping out on interviews, and I think TI and the Bullydog Coffee Company drivers are the only ones wanting to do interviews around here. But Tupper, you said you had some questions for Brayton Laster, and see he's maybe stepped away. I wonder if we can maybe get him to come back to the call here. Let's see. Brayton Laster, you got a copy, brother?
Hello?
Hi, Brayton. We're told to do an interview on you, or asked to have you for an interview here on, it's probably like, let's say a week ago, I believe, that Chris wanted us to do an interview, and we noticed you're a little MIA, so we wanted to kind of get caught up and provide our wonderful league owner with what he's requested.
Yeah, awesome. I was actually just back watching the broadcast, so awesome broadcast. Definitely pretty neat little race. Yeah, so this is my first time running with these guys. I'm normally running the truck series with the TI group, and I was just looking for something to do on Tuesday nights, and Chris was like, "Hey, we got this Arca thing going on." I'm like, "You know what? Count me in, Chris." And now we're here. We brought home 11th, 4 incident points. I led more laps tonight in my first Arca race than I did than I have in 15 laps in the truck series. So, yeah.
I mean, I know Chris is running a very prestigious league, and he does a very, very good job at keeping everything maintained and running the stats books and everything. So it definitely brings some realism to it, and he does put in some work for us here on the broadcast as well. He gives us quite a bit of stuff to go off of, and he helps us fill some dead air time. And I know it's easy for a league to keep track of it. I know at one point in time I was doing 5 or 6 races a week, and they were trying to get me to keep up with that stuff. I was like, I'm covering 6 races and 6 different rosters, and I'm starting to get the Arca numbers down, and we're getting new drivers, and I love to see the numbers. We get 30 people in here to run a race, and it's just awesome to have you guys out here. And Tupper said earlier, and I'm going to agree with him here, we do an awesome show, but without you guys having awesome racing, we have nothing.
Yeah, Chris is awesome. He's also a definitely great guy. I was actually looking through the stats too. There's not many leagues that do stats right there, like on the fly, where you can just go into the channel and look, and they're pretty active too. That's what's really neat. But the racing here is my first time running with, like I said, the Arca guys, and I've run with some guys in the truck stuff, but these are a lot of unfamiliar faces, and I've raced Arca in real life at Daytona Talladega, and I had more fun tonight running with these guys on iRace than I have had in any real life Arca race. I mean, it was close quarters all the way, 2 or 3 wide, and everyone for the most part, gave you room. I don't think there was too much stupidity. We'll go with stupidity. How about that? Stupidity going on there. There was, I know, one incident around that 50. A car went to the wall and came down and barely clipped me. And I stayed out. Actually, I believe I got the lead at that caution because everybody pitted. And I had a master strategy going on. I pitted around lap 70. Get this for left sides only. Pretty big brain play, I know. I thought it was the L plan, and the L plan didn't work out, and I had to come in for some new right sides. But
Yeah, I've been known to do a few things like that, and I've called myself on head move stuff like that. So, Tupper's racing over. Tup, you said I don't know if you had a list or you had some questions you wanted to ask, or.
Just had a couple questions. Like you said, you raced in real life. I just, and you were already touching on the subject of how it compared to real life to the simulation life. But tell me, like, the difference in feel. Like, did you feel like you were in a real car, or did you feel like you didn't have the G forces or whatever? Tell me your experience between the two.
So I can't really compare too much to this track. I've never actually raced at Dover in real life, but the racing definitely felt real. I've not felt the G's, and I've not felt wind going across my face. I definitely wasn't sweating balls, but the racing felt real. Like, these guys right here racing, like, if they wreck their car, they're going to have to go to the garage and spend all week fixing it. These guys aren't just driving just into the corners, bumping people. There wasn't really any bump and runs for the most part that I saw. These guys are racing like it's real life, and that compares a lot. And I actually don't see that a whole lot in Arca, the actual Arca series. I mean, some of those guys out there just drive like they have a brand new car sitting in the garage or the shop in Charlotte, and some of them do, and they don't mind tearing stuff up. So the racing definitely felt real, and I definitely like this racing a little bit more because, like I said, it's not as physically exhausting. Like, I'm not covered in sweat, and I don't have to go take a shower right away, and my fire suit isn't just soaked. But the racing tonight definitely, you could say, was similar, very similar to a real life Arca race. And the whole field was competitive. We had a very competitive, I think we had 30 cars, and actually I think about 15 or so had a legitimate shot at winning. I think almost the entire field of 30 had a shot at top 10. And you don't really see that in real life Arca. Normally have 3 or 4 guys that kind of dominate the whole race, if it's 3 or 4 guys, So seeing the whole field kind of having a shot at it too, definitely I think changed the racing up a little bit.
Yeah, like you're saying, definitely a competitive field. We had, I think, at least 5 or 6 different leaders under green. Kyle Ethier, I think, leading the most laps today. Ryan Whitaker definitely leading some laps. I believe the 122 driver, he led some laps. Randy Cornwell, rookie driver, but he had to pit late, unfortunately, but he crawled back up to an 8th position. But yeah, definitely a good run for you. Looked like you struggled there a little bit in qualifying. Tell me what you were going through with qualifying.
We had 10 minutes of qualifying, and I was going to not qualify anyways. I'm like, this is boring. So I went out there and just started doing burnouts. Because that was a long 10 minutes. And at first I was going to see if I could actually put down a lap. I waited till kind of everybody qualified for the most part, and I knew I did a 23.4, which is 6 quick in practice, but it took me like 80 laps to get there, and I did not have many laps around Dover on iRacing at all. Like, my first practice laps were like 20 minutes into practice, and I can't even tell you the last time I raced here on iRacing. So I went out there for qualifying. You could probably be off the pace, and I just pushed it a little too hard on that first lap and barely brushed the wall. So I was going to see what I had for the second lap. And if I was on pace for a top 10 starting spot, I was going to send it. But real quick off the bat, I just knew I couldn't get it done. So I just kind of used that as a tire burn off session.
Definitely had a little fun there in qualifying, but definitely good to talk to you. Definitely interesting to see the difference in real life versus sim life, and that the racing experience is definitely here. And iRacing's done a great job at building the sim to simulate real racing. So something I've looked forward to over the last 20 years that I've been involved in sim racing, and I definitely say that iRacing is where it's at.
Yes, definitely so. I mean, it's come so far. I've been on the service for about 3 or 4 years, and it's just come so far these past 3 or 4 years that I use it for practice, in Arca, we don't want to run the road lap Arca. We don't really get that much practice. Only a handful of laps, if that. So I use this a lot to practice. And it's not quite like the real thing, but it's better than nothing.
Well, yeah, and it also is not tearing up equipment and burning fuel.
No, yeah.
Alrighty. Not to cut short, Brayton. Hopefully, we'll have you back up here. We can bring you back in and chat somewhere in the future. We go ahead and move along here and talk with Ryan Whitaker, our race winner here. And Brayton, it's been nice chatting with you, and hopefully we look forward to doing some more with you here in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for broadcasting.
Thank you, Brayton. Alrighty, right now we're going to chat with Ryan Whitaker. Ryan, a great run here for you with the Rhino Blasters Racing crew here, and able to pick up the race win here at the Munster Mile. Tell us what was going through your mind there coming to the end of this race?
So, my paint scheme is a, reference to Jeremy Clements, and they might have took a win away from him today, but by God, I'd love to see him take this win away from me tonight.
Oh, I'm sure Chris can find a no. No, he's definitely well earned tonight, Ryan. A very fantastic run, able to hold off Landon Durhold and Alex Bryson there, but man, I'll tell you what, pulling up a race win here, your first ever Arca Series win with the TI Racing League, it's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. There was some trash talk in the Discord this week by some guys that haven't won, and until tonight, I was one of those. So I'm happy to say that I don't have to listen to that anymore, and couldn't have done it without Kevin Whitaker Chevrolet, and I appreciate Landon racing me clean there at the end.
Yeah, you guys definitely, it's one thing you come here, not just a Munster Mile, but TI in general, and a lot of guys definitely put a lot of time in to get these things dialed in and try to get everything figured out. And it takes a minute to get everything right where it needs to be, but you're able to get it done here tonight at the Munster Mile. Anybody like to thank? Hope you get that 03 Chevrolet to victory lane at the Munster Mile.
Yeah, I want to thank all the fans, my South Carolina, North Carolina fans. Means a lot, their support, and get a lot of texts during the race. And like I said, Kevin Whitaker Chevrolet, without them, none of this would be possible. And just appreciate y'all doing what you do.
All right, congratulations, Ryan. I'm gonna let you get back to what you're doing there, and I apologize. Didn't see you in the chat there, so we tried to pull something together here for interview and move through the evening. And then you popped back in. I was like, Ryan's down there. I was like, we'll get it to him in a minute. But man, thanks for your patience, Ryan, and congratulations once again. And I'll let you celebrate with your team at the Rhino Blasters Racing Shop.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Good night.
All right. Alrighty, Ryan Whitaker picking it up here. We're gonna go and see if our drawing's gonna work here before we close out the evening. So let's see here. This is no winner found. So we'll try again next week on the giveaway here and see exactly what's going on with it. A couple different things here, but we'll get that out there. So we'll make sure we get that. I know it's working. We went through it. We'll do it again. I believe we might have tried to promote it a little earlier. We gotta have those treats in there to get that done. But everybody that did watch on Facebook, YouTube, everybody on Facebook has treats in the bag now. So I believe if you want to check how many you have, you can type ! treats through the broadcast, and it will tell you what you have as far as the treats go. And we'll see how that goes. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll let TI will go through and tell you who the winner is of their Bullydog Coffee Company coffee, and we'll get our end straightened out, and we'll give that away as soon as we get that straightened out. But things to be worked on, and try to make the show a little bit more interactive for you guys. And Tup, I want to thank you for coming aboard as well for another fantastic show.
Oh, definitely glad to be here. Always exciting to come here to TI. I say this every week. When you invited me to come broadcast with you, and I said, oh boy, here we go, asphalt. But I'll tell you, Brayton hit it on the head when he said these guys race like they're professionals. And it's good to see groups of guys like these. Unfortunately, like they say, cautions breed cautions. But that first segment of that race went green for a good long while and put on some really good racing here. And then the last 6 laps of this race went green, and there was some really good racing then. Landon Durhold putting a little bit of pressure on Whitaker there towards the end, and then unfortunately get high into 1 and 2, I think it was, and didn't have enough time to chase him back down. But definitely congratulations to Ryan Whitaker on the win.
Well, it's definitely in once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in out there. I want to thank Chris Lewis. I want to thank Patrick Bowler. I want to thank the Bullydog Coffee Company. Remember, go Bullydog for a 10% discount on your order. And we'll see you guys next time here on Horror Esports TV. Bullydog Coffee Company, available in Best Friends Blend, the medium roast, and Buddy's Roast, which is a dark roast. Both of these coffees available in whole bean, drip, pour over, espresso, French press, and Keurig. Yeah, it's just that good. Remember to use promo code GOBULLYDOG for a 10% discount on your order. Special thanks to all of our sponsors. PlayNerd.com, simple obsessions powered by nerds. James Grace of Grace Productions, videos, photos, logos, and more. Grace Productions. Jeff Scott of Ford Entertainment Group. Jeff Brown, iRacing iFly. Rolls iRacing Photography, Brett Rolls. Ace High Fabrications in Kingwood, West Virginia. Slick Products, GoPro, Skull Candy, Genmar Services in Reedsville, West Virginia, and Pit Posse Motorsports.